Hi, Homeworthy. I am Carola. Welcome to my home in Coconut Grove.
You're watching Homeworthy, where we believe every home has a story. Scan the QR code to subscribe to our new channel, Weddingworthy, where we celebrate amazing couples and the love stories behind their perfect day.
Hi, my name is Carola Pimentel. I am an interior designer, and this is my home in Coconut Grove, Florida. We moved to this house about 5 years ago. I had the opportunity to purchase this home in Coconut Grove. It's one of the areas that I love the most in Miami. It's very centrally located, great vegetation. I have a park a block away from my house. And I am also 5 to 10 minutes away from my two kids' schools. It's very logistically pleasing. When we purchased the house, I did some minor renovation. It was originally, this large space here was originally divided with a wall. There was a living room separated from a dining room. The dining room had lower ceilings, and I wanted to take advantage of a bigger space for entertaining, higher ceilings, better lighting throughout the space. And then as you go into the family room and the kitchen, I did also opened up the space. I added general lighting. In the kitchen, I added the upper cabinets to take it all the way up to the ceiling with the molding, and I changed the countertop material and backsplash material for the kitchen. And in the master bedroom, I also did minor renovation, and I added a built-in for my home office. It's my space where I work here in the office. So when you walk into the house, you first open to one big open space. It's living room, dining room. There's not a foyer. And then that takes you to an opening where you go to the family room and the kitchen, all in one open space as well. And from the family room, you exit to the covered terrace and then the pool and a backyard. There is also half bath, a mud room, laundry room, and a 5th bedroom on the first floor with its bathroom. That also is the cabana bath. And then when you go upstairs, you have 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. 2 of the bedrooms share a Jack and Jill of one of the bathrooms. Welcome to my home. So this is my living room, dining room space. It's a great space for entertainment. We do use a lot our dining table. We sit here as a family and to have dinner or to have like a barbecue, and also to invite some friends. And if you have a larger gathering, we use the entire space. And the space is very welcoming. The rug is very functional as well as beautiful. It's an indoor-outdoor dark space to make it cohesive in the space, and also to balance out the choice of blush color that I have on the walls. The blush was specially mixed for this room to be on the even coloration and not so pink. And then I added color in a very considered way in this space. The same thing as pattern and texture. Here we have this beautiful Sergio Rodriguez Moleca lounge chair and ottoman. He's a Brazilian artist that I admire very much, his pieces. And I also added another one of his pieces, this very beautiful wood side table that I have incorporated with my lacquered coffee table to give it a little bit of height difference in the space. On the coffee table, one of my most valuable and beautiful pieces from Pablo Achugarri. Like I mentioned before, I enjoy art and I love my art collection. Pablo Achugarri marble piece, Tony Capelan, it's oil on canvas. I have here my hanging sculpture by Ernesto Neto, also a Brazilian artist. One of the pieces that I do love also on this coffee table is this mid-century modern vintage candle holder. It's the candles are specific to the holder. And on this wall over here, we have Argentinian artist Nicolás Leiva, along with another Brazilian artist, Walter Goldfarb. And then some accents here. We have the vintage Murano piece, as well as pineapple made in Mexico by artisans. And I actually first saw this piece in Paris, and I purchased it in Mexico during one of my travels. These three little stools are also from Carlos Mota, another Brazilian artist. And when we come to the dining table, my beautiful, that I love, vintage tonnet chairs that I was able to find from a gallery in Germany, and they were shipped to me from Germany. Here we have a beautiful Peter Zimmerman. It's epoxy. I love how striking it feels in the space and how it plays off in front of the blush on the walls. And then carved a piece out of wood from Colombia, from a local studio here in Miami called SEO Studio. They have beautiful pieces from different artisans in Colombia. This sculpture has a sentimental value for me. I don't actually know the name of the artist, but it was owned by my father. It's a Dominican artist. Like I said, we don't know the name of the artist, but I remember this from growing up in the Dominican Republic, seeing it in my house since I was very young. On this console, we also have two coffee table books, but also by two well-known artists. One is Helmut Newton, and the other one is Andy Warhol. Both dear to my heart, their work. This one is a piece by Mikel Macu. It's very interesting the way that he does 9 layers of glass, and he takes the same photo and he layers them together, and it creates the perspective of the image. To me, it's beautiful. Here on the staircase wall, I have an applique by Regina Durante Jestro. She's an artist locally. She's originally from New Jersey. She does these beautiful dyed pieces. And here at the end of the stairs, I have a piece by Gerard Richter. It's a great space for us to live in here and entertain and have a great time. In the layout of the house is great. It works great for us and for any family. In this big space, this big room, you can fit up to like 20 people. And then if you want to get a bigger gathering, because it has an open floor plan transition into this family room and kitchen area, here you can have at least another 10 to 12 people gathering. So we could be 30 people easy indoors in my house. So the style of the house, the architecture of the house is a Florida style home, but the interior, it's very much my personality. I get inspiration from mid-century architecture and design, especially Brazilian mid-century artists. You are going to see that I have pieces from Sergio Rodriguez, and which bring in the warmth of the wood. I have some vintage tonnet chairs, contemporary art. That basically pull together. And then you are also going to see a lot of the small items that I have gathered throughout my travels. I do get inspiration from art and travel, and you do see, the little piece that I got in Morocco, or the book that I got, in Spain, or the vintage piece, or when I went to Mexico, from the artisans, and just items from all over the world, were the places that I've been to, that you do see in the spaces. So this was my living room, dining room. Now we're gonna go to my family room and kitchen areas. This is where basically we live on a day-to-day, myself and my kids. We love watching movies, we love playing board games, we love just sitting down and having conversation. And actually, we are all seem to gather here, everybody doing homework and work and answering emails from our laptops. This is our gathering space. In this area, we love playing with the dice, the dice game. This one is a sculpture, again, from a Colombian artist. During one of my most recent visits, I fell in love with her work, the way that she works with glass. More design books. The rug, again, is an indoor-outdoor, so again, functionality at the same time as beauty. And I have picked up the pattern and the color on the throw pillows on the sofa, but keeping the main sofa neutral in coloration. These decorative pillows on the sofa are from Cravat. Two different Cravat materials, one with a higher texture and the other one with a print. To bring a little bit of the outside inside, I do have here a piece of art from Rafael Balcázar. He's also another Colombian artist, and his work is mostly focused on photography of the ocean. This one in particular is actually in the Hamptons. These two pieces here are also very dear to my heart because this is my oldest son work or project in school. He actually created it in wood first and had it laser cut in one of his classes in school, and then he created it out of metal. So to me, this is my most precious artist in the room. This lounger is a mid-century lounger, well-known and very comfortable. And this one here is also another floor lamp from Sergio Rodriguez, the same artist from the lounge chair in the living area. This bookshelf here is basically a picture of who we are or who I am. You have a collection of books from all over the world, from different artists or travel areas, not only nationwide but worldwide, as well as pieces that I have collected during my travel. This is a beautiful mirror that I love, created by Brilhart. He's an architect, but he also creates very specific decorative items. This stone sculpture from another artist. This one I can't recall his name. And then I have pieces. These I found in a vintage shop in Spain, in Madrid. This is a piece of art by this belonged to my grandmother. My grandmother was originally from Germany, and this belonged to her. So, and it's from 1970 from Germany. So that's why I have it in a very special place here. And then I have from the market in Mexico. This is all hand painted, and I just think that it is absolutely beautiful, as well as a vintage piece found in a market as well. That was in Copenhagen. Here is called the Ptolomeo book stand, and it makes it seem like the books are floating, especially when it's fuller. But this is our collection of books that we read, either myself or my kids, and then we can either discuss it as a family or I am part of a book club, so these are some of the reads. Very small sculptural piece that I also love is this magazine rack by Poltrona Frau. This is a very special little corner where I sit with my computer or with my design magazines, and I go through them and get inspiration as well. And as part of entertaining, again, like I mentioned, we like to entertain friends and family. This is where I do my little bar setup always, and you know, if it's for the kids, it's non-alcoholic, but this is where we set up drinks for everybody to enjoy. This beautiful piece over here, it's an ink drawing by me as well back when I was in school. The reason why I became an interior designer is growing up with a family, first of all, of art collectors, Latin American art, and contemporary art, I should specify. And also, my dad was a civil engineer that got himself into hospitality. My mom was a designer, and she was basically doing the design for his hotels in the Dominican Republic. They're all of the hotel properties were beachfront in the Dominican Republic. So I knew that I wanted to go somewhat in the, construction design path. So I started doing a little bit, research, and fell in love with the concept or the idea of interior design or interior architecture. When I graduated college, I went to school at Ringling School of Art and Design in Sarasota, Florida. And I did a 4-year bachelor's in fine arts with a major in interior design. And then I came to Miami, where I started working for a commercial department store design firm. I worked with them for 3 years. Then I worked with another company that also did retail design, but they also did restaurants. So I eventually got into restaurants, and then year 2000, I decided that I wanted to start my own company, which I did. And so it's gonna be 25 years this year that I've been doing interior design under Assure Interiors. We move into the kitchen. The kitchen is the heart of the house. We do eat here almost every day, 3 meals a day. I personally am not a great cook, but both of my kids enjoy cooking themselves. But it's a very functional kitchen, great space. Our peninsula over here is where we gather, and then you have the functional cooking space all around with a lot of counter space. We have our gas range with its hood, and then all the other appliances throughout the kitchen. In this peninsula is basically where we gather around to eat. Or even when I'm entertaining, I can set up food here as my kids or whoever is cooking, and set it up over here for everybody to serve. And on this side of the peninsula, I have the wine refrigerator. Going up the stairs, I have 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms up here, 3 of them being the kids' rooms and hangout room. And then we're gonna visit my room. These 2 pieces over here are by me during interior design school. And this one over here as well. This piece over here, it's on melamine. It's by an artist. His name is Paulo Klimachowska. And it's basically a perspective of the Niemeyer, one of the Niemeyer buildings in Brazil. And this artist uses numbers instead of drawing lines. So in this space, this is where I created this desk area where I do work, Zoom calls, files, everything that it takes for me to get my job done. And then I have this beautiful area rug with a little bit of texture to give it depth on the on the floor level. And then I have this beautiful taupe paint color for coziness in the space. And then I added also texture on the coverlet and the throw pillows. In front of the bed, I have this beautiful leather bench from Poltrona Frau. And on the nightstands, my vintage lamps that I found in one of the vintage shops locally here in Miami, and my Murano vintage piece as well. And then on that side, I have a little Buccellati catch ring plate and another one on this side. In the arts, this is a piece by a Dominican artist called Oviedo. It's also another piece that belonged to my father, which it's a little dark, but I do love a lot. This one is of an artist. His name is Emilio Perez. He's an established artist, but he was actually named one of the top 3 artists during Art Basel Miami last year, 2024. The sculpture above my bed is a mid-century sculpture by an artist called Gere. And last but not least, the line drawing over here is by the same artist that I have downstairs in the living room wall with the appliques on the walls. This is the Nicolás Leiva. This platter over here is another one hand carved in Colombia by artisans. And on top I have a magnifying glass from Brazil. This is horn, and it comes very handy. This one is a leather piece, handmade in Argentina, and these are 2 vintage candle holders that I got, and this is shell. This sculptural chair is another piece by Sergio Rodriguez. I love it. It's just the detail of the chair, the design of the chair, the durability of the chair. It's a wonderful piece. This desk area, I had it customized for my own specific needs. I have my 4 filing drawers, my printer that we used every day, of course, TV area, and then my everyday drawers, my computer station, and then extra storage. These 2 book stands are my latest acquisitions from the Palm Beach Antique Fair, and these are by Paul Evans. The bed is a king-size bed that I had custom made in the suede material, specific in the color and shape that I wanted it, as well as the specific height that I like the bed to be at. Things that I love the most about my home is basically that you come into a space that it feels very welcoming, very inviting. It feels very elegant, but at the same time, it's a space where you feel at ease, you feel comfortable, not only in the formal part of the home for entertaining, but also in the informal, the kitchen and the family where we spend a lot of time. And, we as a family, like I said, I have 2 boys and they love bringing in their friends, and everybody loves hanging out. The space is open for everybody to just feel relaxed and enjoy themselves. So outside, there is also a space for entertainment. We have a covered terrace that have a seating area and a dining area, as well as a barbecue station. We have the pool on the outside and another gathering area in the green space. And this is our outdoor area that we love to sit down and chill, especially on Sunday mornings. I love to sit down and grab my magazine and just relax and enjoy this beautiful place in Miami. Regarding furniture, we have some pieces by Gloucester, and then we have beautiful throw pillows by Christopher Farr. They have beautiful outdoor fabric materials. The terrazzo custom-made dining table with 2 Gloucester chairs, and then we have the Tideli lantern to give it a little bit of interest. This is another area that we like, especially the kids, to come and hang out, enjoy a little bit at night. Feels better when it's not so sunny, but it's another hangout area with lounger, more of the Christopher Farr pillows that I love with their outdoor fabrics, more of the metal, added some color, again, to create a space that it's a little bit more fun and just an area to enjoy. What makes a house a home to me is basically the content of the home. In my personal home, I think that from the moment that you come in, you can tell that I have a soft spot for the art, because you get to see immediately the art collection and the collectible items that I have in some of my furniture pieces, vintage pieces that I have at the home. I think you are also able to see how somehow I am in the design world, in the design industry. I also think that your books, your accessories, like I said, for me, I have pieces, from when I travel, the books that I have, my coffee table books or the books that I read. You get to know what I love. Again, you see a lot of art books in my collection. You see a lot of travel books in my collection. So you're definitely going to see that.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to go to homeworthy.com for exclusive content, shopping guides, and so much more.